Today is the first day of school for the Lake Washington School District, and it should be a day bustling with activity and nerves, the good kind of nerves, here at Lakeview Elementary in Kirkland. But this year there's a different kind of nervousness with the challenges brought on by schooling at home and COVID-19. So in response, the Washington State Healthcare Authority has created a program called Washington Listens to help people with a variety of issues and cope. The free support service is anonymous and open to anyone at all, and you don't even have to give any personal information. Their goal is connecting people in need with the right organizations across the state, like food assistance, mental health crisis connections, and health services. The director of the Washington Healthcare Authority says Washington Listens works to provide an outlet for people who aren't in crisis but need help to manage stress. Washington Listens is supported by a $2.2 million crisis grant from FEMA. But more importantly, it's also supported by substance abuse and the Mental Health Administration, because it is a proven fact that with increasing stress, we see an increase of addictions, depression, and suicide. Washington Listens is a peer-led group, meaning the person on the other end of the line is just a person, not a doctor or clinician, just someone who has access to a variety of resources.
I play a counseling role to a degree, mostly just hearing people and getting to what it is they need, services, resources, direction, and just offering encouragement and support.
Bottom line, the goal of the program is to give people coping strategies so we can all learn to keep up the good work in these hard times. Now, if you would like to call, the number is 833-681-0211. They're open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and on the weekends from 9 to 6. In Kirkland, I'm Amity Adrisi, King 5 News.